Hey baby, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. It's no coincidence, definitely. Um, of all the videos you could have watched, so glad you're here, and I'm so happy to have you on the other end of the screen watching this video. I'm so grateful to be here recording this video, and whenever you do watch it in the year, even if you watch it after 2023, know that you are watching it at the most aligned time for you. Okay, so without much ado, I'll jump right in. But before I go further, this is a pick a card reading. There are three decks. Okay. Um, but then before we go pick our cards, some quick announcements. Back to taking one-on-one private readings. So if you've been led to work with me, I'm not going to lie, my readings are all spiritual engagements, all inquiries into like spiritual development, emotional development, mental development should come with okay, this incense smoke is all over the camera. Okay, so it should come with an upcharging and uprooting of old frequencies, old timelines, and literally to push you into a new frequency. For me, especially when I do readings, but which is why I say like if it's not the aligned time, it won't happen because I know the messages are channel, they are there to like help you like move to the next level literally. Like you get the message, so it's up to you to take it and work with it, or you can decide to move back. So I realize like they're just usually two. You are either gonna go and you run with the message and you get yourself transformed and you move to the next level, or you're just too scared of how accurate it is and then you move back. So all this to say that if you're led to work with me, I'm so very happy to hold space for you. My calendars are open. Please go to my website to book. Okay. Um, Currently I only have two offerings I'm opening up. Okay, so one is a psychic guidance, which is my psychic reading. We have a one-on-one session. We pull the cards, I channel the messages. As messages are pouring in, I'm channeling any questions you have for your higher self. Okay, we share that with source and we receive the insights for you to make the best decisions. We get clarity on your current life situations and what you're planning, your goals, what you're working on. If you need clarity over what has happened in the past, we'll also go through all of that. Okay, then I also have like the year ahead guidance session, so which is a more extensive reading as compared to what I'm going to do right now. So right now I'm going to do the year ahead reading, but it's going to be pick a card. There are three options, but for the personal one-on-one year ahead reading, it's going to be personalized to you. Okay, whoever it is who has requested the reading is going to be personalized to you. I'm going to go over uncovering like your lessons, your past self, what your current self is currently going through, and how you can integrate it. Messages from your higher self, lessons you've learned in the past year, what you're working on, the current state of the goals you're working on, what you need to focus on for the next year. Then I go deeper into like your the opportunities opening up for you and then the influences coming into the picture. So both positive influences and negative influences, right? Because we have to have a balance of both. Both are there to help us make best decisions. So while negative influences might feel restrictive, it's usually like it's more of redirective and it's more of purifying to help you get clear on what you need to be doing for your soul evolution. Then I go in. I have two cameras, so I keep looking at this. I don't know which one to look at, but I think it's the sun. Okay, so then I go in and I do like a deep dive of month by month, what you should expect for the month. I think, yeah, ed readings are actually like, I love psychic guidance sessions, but those are more of in the moments, right? But yeah, ed readings are there to help you plan out for the next 12 months. Because what I do is then I go do a breakdown of what the next 12 months is going to, the overall energetics, what source wants you to work on, what is great, what is coming up for you. I literally go into future timelines and I channel the message as it's given to me. Okay? By your angels, by higher self, by source, okay, by ancestors, everybody, your entire spirit team. Okay, so if you're led to get this session with me or to book this reading with me, I'm so happy to hold space for you. Please visit my website and let's get this party started. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, so let's jump into our reading. So for today's pick a card reading, we have 3 options. Okay, um, go with the one that calls to you. It could be the crystal, it could be the card, it could be the color, it could be the number. There are just 3 different options. So go with the one that resonates with you. Don't think so much about it. Don't overthink it. Your soul, your spirit will always give you like the right one. Your intuition will always be on point. But your ego may not be like, oh, are you sure it's that one? Actually, don't want to do so, but sometimes you might be led to watch 2 messages. So just as I say, go with your spirit, and best way is settle yourself, put yourself in a calm space, take a deep breath in, recenter, reground, and pull your energy back inwards, ground yourself, come back into the present moment, and then choose the reading that resonates with you. You'll find the timestamps for the 3 options in the description box below. Please go through it and select the one that resonates with you. Alright, without much ado, let me jump in. So, if you chose Carnelian, right? If you chose Carnelian, which is deck 1, you chose Carnelian or deck 1, let's go into your reading. What do you need to know for this new year? Okay. Okay, let's start. What are the lessons from your past self? Oh. When I said the messages I've been waiting, like I literally was, I don't want to say I was beating around the bush, but before I started recording, I was setting up, and I wasn't going to record again. That's great. So, if you chose that one, here's your reading. What are the lessons from your past self? Okay. Okay. So, your past self is saying there was a time you were scared to believe in your dreams, but you then learned about the fact that if you put your mind to it, you can actually manifest all your every wishes. Okay, so first card out of the deck, stars, you can manifest your every wish. So what I'm getting is you had dreams, you had things you believed in, you had ideas you were working on, you didn't think they were possible, you shared it with a friend, you didn't think they were possible, but then some way, somehow, they actually came into fruition and it kind of took you by surprise because you didn't believe that it could come together like that, right? So the main lesson from your past self that you're carrying into this new year is the fact that you can manifest your every wish, and that also pulls you back to realize that your thoughts are powerful, your words are powerful. Once you're able to focus your attention, focus your thoughts, focus your energy on a particular outcome is very, very like manifestation is like this. Manifestation just requires you to focus your attention, focus your focus clarity of thoughts, focus your emotions. Okay. So let's go in. Let's see. What are the challenges of your I have 6 different decks here, so I'm actually excited to play around, but I'm just going to go with what I'm led to. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say it. So I was actually led to this deck for your first card, but I was led to this deck for your first card, but I already picked the first one. So let's go on. So what are the challenges of your current self? You currently have some ego. You're dealing with some ego, you're being proud, you're allowing pride to take over, you're allowing pride to prevent you from actually forming relationships, forming sustainable relationships, forming sustainable collaborations. Let's see. You're also in a I don't say sad, but you are not in a merry state of mind. Like your mood is more downcast. I don't want to use the word depressed, but you're the opposite of merry. You're the opposite of merry right now. And let's see, was it third deck, third card out? Okay, so third card out is you feel like your cup is overflowing, like you've got a lot to do, like a lot is coming up to you. You can't handle it. Yet the people you're supposed to be working with, you're supposed to be asking for assistance. You are being too proud to like you're being too proud and egotistical to voice your need because you're operating from an ego space, and your ego space is making you see yourself as separate from these people who should be collaborating with you. So which is why this came out in the reverse for you, which is why you're not in a joyful mood right now because you feel really, really overwhelmed. That's what you feel, overwhelmed. You feel like you don't have anyone to help you. You feel like you have to do everything alone. So, especially when you see like they are making progress, life seems easy peasy for them. They seem to be moving forward, they seem to be having fun. But you're just overwhelmed with everything you need to work on, everything you need to sort out. I'm getting this feeling like it's really about your work. Okay, so that is what you're currently facing, which is a challenge you're facing right now. So let's see, what is the advice from your higher self? What's the advice from your higher self? Okay, yeah, see, still consolidating it. Don't be afraid to sing. So, spirit, your higher self is saying, need to learn because as I was shuffling my mind, they kept drawing me back to this card, right? What you need to do is you need to be vocal and verbal about asking for help. You need to be verbal about, even if the people you ask for help are not the ones who would eventually help you. But the fact that you voice out what you need to the universe makes it rearranges things so that those that are going to help you will come around. So if you look at this card, the mermaids are singing, right? They're singing together in a group. The card is saying, spaceship, don't be afraid to sing. Don't be afraid to speak out. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to voice your needs. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs. I'm really hearing this is no relationship. This is just purely work. This is purely work. And so you're really overwhelmed. But so on one hand, you're very overwhelmed, but you are also being prideful to ask for help because you feel like, okay, they won't answer you, they would ignore you, they will laugh at you, they'll make jest of you, they would whatever. Which is where your ego is coming in. So your higher self is saying you need to let go of your ego and learn to ask for help, because what you're trying to do, you can't do it alone. It's a group effort. You need the effort and energies of other people to assist you so that you're able to bring what you're working on, you're able to bring it to life. Okay, so let's go on. What's your overall message for 2023? Okay. Okay, so first of all, treat your body like the palace that it is, right? Okay. Take yourself out on a date, correlative, and take control of your own narrative. Okay. So 3 cards out of the deck. First of all, you're drawing my attention to 4. 4s are going to be very important for you for 2023. 2s are also going to be very important for you for 2023. Now let's go into your messages fully. So first things first is 2023 is going to require you to like really, really see yourself as you are. To really, really see yourself, not just the way you just look at physical appearance in the mirror, like take a detailed look at all your body parts and see how you may be mistreated due to poor diet, due to wrong choices, due to substance use, due to sedentary lifestyle, due to um stored emotions that are now being manifested as physical symptoms. So 2023 is going to and especially your throat. So whenever you have, so 2023, I'm hearing 2023 is going to be a year of you would have more, more else. I don't want to say more health issues, but your health is going to be a priority for 2023 because you need to. It's that's going to happen to help you, almost like pull you back into your body and see how you've not been treating your body alright. So the thing is, we are souls inhabiting a body. The body is like a machine. The body is our vehicle, and as you know, with any vehicle, be it road, air vehicle, air transportation, anyone, you have to properly maintain. Um you have to take care of it, you have to clean it, you have to maintain it on a regular basis, you have to give it the right kind of fuel, you have to do like proper maintenance, proper detailed cleaning from time to time, and that's the way your body is. So when you don't take care of your body as you need to, then you start experiencing all these different symptoms. So spirit is saying 2023 is going to put a focus on your body, and it's only doing that to help you come back into your body and treat yourself in a better way. So treating yourself in a better way also means that you know where to draw the line and you don't overburden yourself, you don't load up your adrenals, you don't overstress yourself. Okay, 2023 is also going to require you to take a lot of time out to treat yourself out on a date. Take time out to treat yourself, do nice things for yourself, especially out of home. If you are someone who usually spends time at home, take time out to go out. I'm hearing visit more of natural places where you can be alone, but where you can really be grounded. I'm hearing a lot of grounding, a lot of body body harmonizing, almost like body and soul harmony. Like you've been you've been quite absent-minded, you've not really, really connected to your body as it is to yourself. You've been everywhere but within. So 2023 is going to bring you opportunities. You would expect to spend more time alone. Okay, so what I'm getting is when you see how badly you've been taking care of your body, it's going to force you to make some changes that will better teach you how to treat yourself better physically. Now, when you learn how to treat yourself better, then you realize that there are some things you can change. There are some things you can change in terms of how you do your work, where you do your work, when you do your work, that will be more resonant and will be down and will be more self-led, right? More self-led. So it's 2023 is going to help you take control of your own story. If you're one who is usually swayed by what you hear outside, by the media, by the government, by institutions, 2023 is going to force you to learn to see that nobody has control over your body aside from yourself. So you're the only one who can dictate what goes into your body, what your body does, who it does it with, where your body is, how your body rests, what your body physically takes in. And you're going to make that decision, and that's going to help you. Like, I'm hearing cut out discordant tunes. Literally cut out the noise, cut out the chatter, cut out the untrue things, because you have most hearing the word consent. So you might take consent back from some places and things you've previously given your consent to, and literally just help you take control of your story. Let's see, what's the progress of the seeds you planted in 2022? What's the progress of the seeds planted in 2022? Okay, so as I said, healing health is going to be a very core theme. Oh, this is Angel Raphael. Angel Raphael brings us healing energy. Health is going to be a very strong theme for you. Your health is going to be a very strong theme for you in 2023. And your health this is primarily because you've overstressed yourself previous years due to your refusal to ask for help when needed. So literally, like, you've overstressed yourself, your adrenals are. So I'm hearing when the health issue crops up, make sure you always check your adrenals, check when they're pouring the words fast. My mouth can't move fast enough on this physical plane. So check your adrenals, check your thyroid, check your kidneys. I'm hearing those three organs are going to be very crucial for you going into 2023. And also check your heart. There might be some heart, there might be some heartache. So I'm going to go all doctorish on you now. So there might be some chest pain. I'm hearing heartache, like literally pain around your heart, around the left side of your chest. Okay, if this pain radiates to your arm, radiates up your jaw, please see an emergency, visit the emergency room immediately. Okay, but your health is going to be a focus for 2023. And this is literally almost like it's going to, I don't want to say it's blocking you from realizing it's, you have to like go through healing. You have to like go through the health issues, then you'd come to see the full picture of all the scenes you're working in 2022. Almost like the seeds you planted, you didn't take into account, like you were planting those seeds, but you didn't take into account how to take care of yourself. So your health is going to sort of be an obstacle you now need to walk through to help you get to the other side and help you see how your seeds have bloomed. Almost like you won't be able to enjoy those seeds because of poor state of health. Okay, so let's see, what are the lessons? What lessons are you learning from? What are the lessons to be learned from 2022? Okay, so how to pick your battles. You're learning how to pick your battles. You learned how to pick your battles, right? You learned where to draw the line. You learned what to walk away from. You're learning how to diffuse situations before it gets really bad. But you're also learning when some things should be, when, like, when you can't, when some bridges have been burned and you just have to walk away because there's no loser, there's no winner. It's almost like um stalemate stalemate situation. Okay, so you need to learn how to use your intuition to navigate those situations, and this stalemate situation is around your emotional relationships and your emotional connections. So maybe your partner would I'm getting an emphasis of Virgo. Okay, you might be Virgo, you might have prominent Virgo placement or may not. Okay, this kind of fine. Okay, so clarification, Emperor card, right? Page of Cups, Ten of Cups. So one of the lessons you're learning from 2022 is the fact that you started off, you didn't know how to handle your emotions, right? But you had your intuitions, but you were not just very sure. By the end of 2022, you gained more insight into how your emotional responses also affected the other people you're in relation with. How your emotional responses affected the other people. Oh, did I just repeat myself? How your emotional, why do I sound like I want to repeat? How your emotional responses and reactions affect the people around you and you're in emotional relationships with. So yeah, ending 2022 on a note of clarity, almost like awakened intuition and deeper perception of how you need to do better. Like as the emperor, you now need to step up your game. You are clear on what needs to be done. Now, can you make a plan to follow through? Is there any way to resolve this emotional stalemate situation? Right? Okay. Is there any way to resolve it? And you're realizing like the only way to resolve it is really to step into um harnessing. You might not be a male, but I'm getting a lot of masculine energy. I'm getting a lot of masculine energy from this reading. So almost like you're learning how to be open to your emotions so you can better understand them. Because like when you better understand, almost like you've gone full cycle with your emotions, like you've gone through the emotional cycle, like full cycle, you've come around, right? So 2022, you experienced a lot of different emotions, and it was just teaching you how to better navigate and how to better understand your emotions so you can harness it. Now I know I'm getting a lot of masculine energy, so even if you're feminine, if you're a female, it feels like you've been a lot in your masculine energy and you've not really been tapping into the intuition, the emotional powers of your feminine energy. So, which is what 2022 has to show you. 2022, you experienced some emotional turbulences, but it was just to teach you how to better understand your emotions, how to better work with your emotions, how to better transmute your emotions. Okay, let's see. What are the emerging opportunities coming up for you? I think I'm going to leave it to my choice of deck. I have too many decks and everything is saying, pick me, pick me, pick me. Okay. What are the emerging opportunities coming in for you in 2023? Let's see. Okay. Oh, you're going to have a learning opportunity. You're going to have the opportunity. So there might have been a mentor, a master. You might have been wanting to learn something, like upgrade your skill or develop for them. Hearing spiritual development. Okay. You're going to have the opportunity to do it, but it won't look like you expected. Like, almost like at the first instance, you might be tempted to judge a book by the cover. You might feel like, oh, how can this person be the one to teach me? This person doesn't even look like anyone who is close to being a master in this skill I'm trying to learn, right? But the person is, and the person is going to be the one to mentor you through this level of emotional development. I'm hearing a lot of emotional development, spiritual development, and that's going to play back on your physical health, right? So you might feel like, how can this be the person? How can this be the person? The looks does not match what I was expecting. So I'm going to advise you, whatever you do in 2023, don't rush to judge a book by its cover, because your greatest teachers are going to be unassuming, or they'll be they'll they wouldn't your greatest teachers are going to be people you would least expect because of the way they look. So maybe because they are younger than you, or they are not dressed as flamboyantly as you would expect, or they look poor, or like they are more hands-on than you think the boss of a conglomerate would be. So be very careful of addressing people or jumping to assumptions based on first impression. Okay? Otherwise, you miss out the opportunity that Spirit has opened up for you to learn and improve. Because there's learning here for you, there's growth here for you, there's improvement and development here for you. But you have to swallow your pride. Yes, that's where that comes in again. You have to swallow your pride and be open to learning, because it's when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Your teacher is appearing, surely. But I'm just hearing that you might be too blindsided, blindfolded to realize that this is the person you need to help you further develop and expand your perspective. Okay, let's see. What action do you need to take to reach your goal? What action do you need to take to reach your goals? Okay, so be ready to level up. Be ready to leave some things behind. Be ready to leave some habits, some patterns. I'm hearing especially friendships. You'll be called to leave. You'll be called to leave behind some old ways of thinking, some old behavioral patterns, some habits, some friends, and this level up. Okay, so what I'm hearing now, you're going to be called to level up, okay? And you need to level up if you're what's that word? If you're serious about meeting the goals you're setting for yourself in 2023. And when you are called to level up, make sure you do, right? And that's also going to come in the form of this mentor. I keep hearing mentor, so you might be someone who previously had a mentor and now you are switching mentors. But now you're switching mentors and you're being led to someone else. But at first impression, the person doesn't look like who you think you'd be mentored by. So that's also one of the things you need to leave behind in this initiation. 2023 is going to be a year of initiation for you. It's going to be a year of awakening for you. It's going to be a year of really, really grounding into yourself. You're not going to do things the way you've always done. So be attentive to moments where it feels like everything is turbulent, everything is like moments that feel tense, that feel like make or break, that feel like Okay, you need to do something right now. Whenever you feel those, know that those are the moments that you have to like leave behind. Be very free about leaving behind like your old ways of thinking, old habits, anything that you can attach old to, meaning things you've previously done in the past. These are things you've been doing for the past 4 years, for the past 14 years. Okay, these are things that are not new to you. These are things almost like you say, like, oh, I can't change. This is who I've always been. And spirit is saying no. If you will know you are serious about reaching your goals, and your goals, I'm hearing your goals are really around your health and how you work, okay? And almost like you're getting more mature and more in control of your decisions. If you're serious about getting that upgrade, you need to be ready to like switch up on some folks, some of your friends. I'm hearing friends, I'm hearing habits. Spirit is insisting your friends, your habits, those two, and patterns of behavior. Okay, so let's do a quick one focus area for the next 3 months. So whenever you watch this, I'm going to just do a quick poll. What do you need to know for like the next 3 months? Okay, so month one, because I don't know when you'll be watching this, I'm not going to call any month specifically. And um, as you know, the year starts with Aries season. So this could be Aries, Taurus, Gemini seasons, or it could be Capricorn, Sag, it could be Sag, Cap, Aquarius. But whenever you watch this, this is what spirit needs you to know. So this is your focus area for the next 3 months. Okay, month one, you're going to be learning. See, you're going to be learning. You're going to be learning a lot. You're going to be learning. You're going to be learning, and you're going to be writing. As you're learning, you're writing. You're learning almost like you're not just so your learning is not going to be passive. You're going to be involved in active learning. That's month one, and your active learning is going to require you to almost like um learn and teach, learn and teach, learn and teach, learn and teach, learn and like learn and teach in the sense of creating a plan for other people to execute, but you're going to be learning and passing the knowledge across. It's not just going to sit with you. That's month one. Let's see what's your focus area for month two. Months, okay. So when you've learned and you've taught, then you're going to get some opportunities to do some work. Okay. So you're going to get opportunities to do work. But most likely it's going to be unpaid work or lesser pay than what you're used to. And this might feel like a moment of chaos for you. You might feel like this is also going to bring in almost like okay, what's happening? Almost like a tower moment, like, okay, so do I go with less pay or do I prioritize pay? That's what I'm hearing. So month two is going to come up with the tower moment of do I go with less pay or do I prioritize pay? But spirit is saying if you do decide to go with less pay, know that it's going to result in something very fruitful. But this is almost like a period of you developing your skills, giving back to others. You know your worth, you know your value, right? But then know that your blessing is not the monetary gain. It feels like the blessing that is going to come for you is coming through the impact you would make on others based on how you share your gift and your skills with them. Then this tower moment is happening in months. So when it happens, don't fret, don't be scared, don't don't try to hold on too tight. I'm hearing don't try to hold on too tight. Know that everything happens for you, number one, right? Everything is happening for you. And when this storm passes, it's just going to like make things clear. So it feels like maybe you lose your job and it might throw you into a loop and you might get a lower paying job, and you might get a lower paying job, or you might get a job where you still have to do the same thing but for a lower pay, or you might go into business by yourself but your earnings will be low. But there's definitely a change happening. As I said, your reading was really about career and health. I don't see anything about relationships there, aside from what you should have learned this year in transmuting, and I'm hearing respecting others' emotional needs. Okay, let's see monthly. Ooh, monthly, you're getting a visitation. In month three, you're getting a visitation. So when when you when the tower moment happens, month three, you're getting a visitation from the divine. And I feel like this is when the level up is going to happen. Oh, okay, it's clearer now. So month one, you're teaching, you're learning, you're teaching. Month two, the tower moment occurs that affects your source of livelihood, and you have to be forced to make a choice. Then month three comes in with the call of initiation. So the thing about life is, if we don't open up to release, like if we are like this, if you're like clenched fist, right? Because you don't want to release, your fists are also clenched, you're not able to receive. So if you want to receive more, you have to be willing to release. Excuse me, you have to be willing to release and then you receive. So what I'm hearing is month three would then come with the call to level up. And then leveling up is now going to really, really help you decide like, okay, I want to receive more. Okay, in receiving more, I know I have to be open to releasing this old way of life, this previous way of thinking, these friends that we only do this kind of certain things together because you then realize that these things are no more in alignment. But literally, you're going to get like, knock, knock, knock. God is knocking on your heart. Knock, knock, knock. Source is knocking on your heart. Almost like it will feel too good to be true. It will feel too good to be true, but it will be true. Like it will be so like is this really happening? That's how it feels. Okay, Decon, that was your reading for 2023. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Let me know if your reading resonated with you. Please leave a comment in the section bar, in the comment section. And if you want, remember this is a generalized reading. If you'd like to request a personalized reading, where we then delve deep into your peculiar situation and then what the next 12 months have in store for you, please visit my website. Okay, please visit my website and book your reading. All right, Declan, that was your message. Have a very, very beautiful series. I wish you a very healthy, grounded, uplifted, transformative 2023. All right. Ciao. Hey, baby. So if you choose Obsidian, okay? Obsidian, Doctor. Here is your message. Okay, so I'm going to be very forthrightly honest. I think there seems to be a bit of self self judgment, like a lot of that. I'm getting a lot of that energy, like you're looking down on yourself, or I don't say self-condemnation, but there's this energy of imposter syndrome. Is that it? or thinking you don't look good enough or something is off. Okay, let's get into your reading. Okay, message from my deck. Two deck, two deck, two deck. Okay, deck two. What are lessons from your past self? Oof, what lesson? Oof. Please get out of the deck. I'm going to change. And you know I'm laughing. So like I literally just had that feeling of like you felt there was something wrong with your parents, and the first card out of the deck is make the change. Okay, so however you feel there's something wrong with your parents, Spirit is saying go ahead, make the change, okay? Make the change. That's what your past self taught you. Like if you feel something is off, then listen to your intuition and really tap it. Okay? So in the past you had to learn how to choose brightly for yourself. You had to learn how to evaluate yourself, to cut out what wasn't serving you any longer, and then make peace with what was, and be open, be be broadcasting. Anyways, let's get into the cards. And these messages come sometimes. I try to like, okay, but then usually the other person on the end of screen usually understand what it means. So let's go in. So first card out of the deck, make a change. So your past self taught you how to switch things up, how to organize your look, you change your appearance, how to make the necessary edits in your life to suit your current state of mind and how you perceive yourself. You especially learned how to take care of yourself. I see a lot of self-care, self-improvement, self-appreciation, self-love, right? You learned how to take care of yourself. You also learned how to be very vocal and verbal about your needs, okay? You learned how to be open about speaking up about what you wanted, speaking up about who you were, what made you special, and this helped you to like really embody yourself. So as I said before I even pulled the deck, I'm getting a lot of almost like body separation, almost like maybe you don't like the way you looked, or you didn't like the way you looked, and then so in the past you dealt with this, but I have a feeling it's also happening currently. Because Spirit is showing me that in the past, yes, you dealt with it. You saw what needed to be fixed, and you went ahead, you made the fix. Some of you, you cut your hair, you changed your looks, you switched your hairdo, you switched your clothing, you stepped up your style, or maybe you stepped it down, but you changed your appearance in some way or the other that helped you to appreciate yourself, like appreciate your uniqueness, appreciate. For some of you, like this was so so tactical or so practical or so hands-on to the extent that previously you were shy about the way you looked. Maybe you were fat, or you were bigger than the size you wanted, or you were too skinny, or there was just something wrong that didn't make you feel comfortable being in your own skin. But you were able to work on this, and you're able to work on this, and you kind of like got to the space of accepting yourself for who you were, like straps and all, pimple and all, acne and all, marks and all, bruises and all, extra flesh, extra fold, everything, like hair color, wrinkles, blemishes, everything. Okay, so let's see what's the challenges you're now currently facing. What's the challenges your current self is facing? Okay. Oh, impatience. So right now you're in this place of okay. Ah, okay, I switched up my looks. So I'm hearing I switched up my looks. So why is my husband not appearing up? I changed my looks. I started going to the gym. I changed my hairstyle. I did all of those things. I got comfortable with my nudity. I got comfortable with my skin. I got comfortable with wearing revealing clothes. But where is this person? Where is this person that's supposed to love me the way I am? Where is this person that is supposed to accept me for who I am? Where is this person? Right? And for some of you, it may not be a person, but Spirit is saying right now, what you're currently facing is a lot of impatience. You want something to happen like now, 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 now. Like you've been waiting, waiting, waiting. You've been waiting, waiting, waiting. Okay, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening. And then your deadline comes and and you're like, at this point, you're just frustrated. Like you're tired of waiting. This has gone beyond impatience. Like you're literally frustrated and tired of waiting, and like you've had it up to you. Like, okay, no deal. Okay, let's see. What's the advice from your higher self? Okay, so first card out of the deck. Stand up for yourself. Come home to yourself and slay all your fears. Okay, so let's go deeper. What does this mean? Okay, so I'm hearing that your higher self is saying you need to do better with accepting yourself in your unique individuality. So it feels like previously you accepted yourself, but from the basis of making it possible for someone else to accept you. Almost like, I don't want to say you codified yourself, or but you felt like there was this blueprint you had to follow. That if you do step A, step B, step C, then automatically the desired outcome to come to play. But it didn't work like that, right? So you followed step A, you followed step B, you followed step C, but then the outcome is not appearing as expected, which is us causing the frustration. So your higher self is saying that's not the way you need to go. Like you need to be more individualistic. Like do it for yourself, not doing it because it's a trendy way, or not doing it because it's the traditional way, or not doing it because it's the way everyone else has done it, or everyone else has told you that it could be done. So your higher self is saying you need to do things in your own way. And the emphasis on your own way is also this common to yourself. Like you can see she's sitting alone. So I feel like some of this is I'm getting a strong like relationship play. Maybe like you felt like okay, you go to school, you get a good job, you get to this, you make some money, and then your partner is supposed to come, you're supposed to start a family, but then you did step one, step two, step three, and then the outcome is not coming together. And it's just really just an opportunity for you to like be clear about what is important to you, what would make you happy, what would make you feel complete, not what you've been told you need to aspire to at this stage you are in life. There's an emphasis on three. So you might be in your 30s, you don't have to be, but there's a lot of emphasis on threes. Okay? So you might be in your 30s, early 30s, okay? Um So it's really just about getting clear on what is important to you, which is where this come home to yourself card is. So you can see she's sitting cross-legged in bed. She's surrounded by pillows. She has made a makeshift tent. She has used like a bed. She's made a makeshift tent, and she's just delving deep into like a private journal. So almost like, okay, so I'll also advise you like, well, advice from your higher self. Your higher self is advising you to go back to vision boards or journals you kept 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that were detailed, that's kind of like painted the life you wanted to live, not the life anyone expected you to live, but what you actually really wanted to do for yourself. And it feels like you were scared to follow these dreams, right? There was some fear involved in setting off on your own path, in doing things your own way, in not following. There was some fear. There were some fears involved in doing things your own way, like striking out your own path. But the truth is, in life, none of us is the same. Like, we are all different. We're all supposed to have different experiences. We're all supposed to do things at different times. There are no standards. That's the number one thing. There are no standards. Once you realize that there are no standards, then you reduce the I'm hearing like you're putting yourself under a lot of pressure to have actually achieved some things or crossed some certain milestones or landmarks at a certain age because you feel like that is what society expects of you. And your higher self is saying, no, I need you to like, you've been doing the work. You've been doing the work of accepting yourself. You've been doing the work of embracing your individuality. Now let's take it. Let's take all that work you've been doing. Now let's implement it in a way that serves your higher evolution, your soul evolution, your soul growth, your soul development, okay? In a way that really serves you as an individual. So your higher self is saying you need to face your fears, the fears you have around doing things your way. Some of these fears could have been from childhood. Maybe you were mocked for the way you dressed, or you were mocked for maybe you were a girl and you were behaving like a boy, or you liked more masculine playful, energetic activities, and you were told of that. No, that's not girly. You have to be a girl, you have to be effeminate, you have to be subdued, you could only do certain passive things. So it feels like this conditioning around you that is putting you in this place of frustration and impatience. It's conditioning that didn't just come up now, it came up in your childhood, and it's left for you to be, your higher self is saying you need to dismantle these fears by really, really confronting them, and really, really like confronting. And confronting them is the way you confront them is like looking at it head on, like, okay, this belief I have or this timeline I set for myself, where's the roots? Where did they come from? Was it externally placed or externally suggested by society, by tradition, by parents, caregivers? Who told me I needed to be this way, right? That is making me put myself under all this pressure or tension to achieve certain milestones. Okay, let's see. What's your overall message for 2023? Don't be afraid to love yourself, okay? Don't be afraid to take time to, if the world is going crazy, don't be afraid to embrace your own solitude, and instead of freaking out about everywhere is chaotic, you see the time as an advantage to actually get to know yourself some more. Don't be afraid of spending time in solitude. Don't be afraid of spending time to, I'm hearing witness your own art, like spending time to listen to your art, spending time to heal your inner child, spending time to confront your fears. Don't be afraid to spend time away from others. Don't be afraid to withdraw your energies from others. Don't be afraid to withdraw within, okay? That's your overall message for 2023. So there'll be chaotic times, there'll be moments of turmoil, but it's only those moments are only presenting opportunities for you to go be seen and reconnect with your inner self. Okay, let's see. What's the progress? What's the progress of seeds planted in 2022? What's the progress of the seeds you planted in 2022? Okay, and some of this childhood fears or societal expectations might have been implanted when you were around 6 years old, right? Which is because they keep pulling me back to six. There's an emphasis on, so you might be in your 30s now. If you're not in your 30s, you're in your 40s. Remember, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates. But I'm being pulled to threes that you may be in your 30s or your 40s. If you're in your 40s, you're not older than 43. And if you're in your 30s, you're not younger than 31, right? And some of these things you're dealing with were things that occurred when you were a child. Like it's deeply conditioned. Like it's really, really deeply conditioned. You have to, so imagine someone who is 31 having to decondition themselves and uproot false programming, false expectations that were planted in when they were six. That's like 24, that's 24 or 25 years of deep work to be undone, of false programming to be undone, of false conditioning to be. So it's a lot. So that's why 2023 is bringing you moments to go within, to retreat, to surrender to stillness, to surrender to your heart, to surrender to healing, to surrender to taking care of yourself and nurturing yourself, and almost like taking care of that 6-year-old version of yourself. Because I'm seeing a lot of chaos come up, but those chaotic moments are simply pushing you to withdraw your energies within. Okay, let's see. What's the progress of seeds you planted in 2022? Okay, one more shuffle. Feels like when I say one more shuffle, they're like, okay, okay. Okay, so um yeah, I feel like, okay, so let's see. First card out of the deck is showing me that oof, okay, okay, that's quite a lot. Okay, so first card out of the deck is showing me that you you basically, okay, so first things first, your seeds have not yet sprouted the fruits. Okay. What I'm saying here, your seeds have not yet sprouted the fruits. Your seeds have not, okay, I'm going to have to read these 9 cards. Your seeds have not yet sprouted the fruits you desired, okay? But it's in progress, right? It's already happening behind the scenes. It's already happening behind the scenes, right? Okay, so first card out of the deck, Akashic Library. It's already working, like it's on this big, because we have different planes of existence. So on the physical plane, your seeds have not flourished into fruits or flowers. They are still like in that germination phase. They are still in that underground phase, right? Okay. Then also they are still in that underground phase, but they are requiring you to do a lot of work. So you're being asked to continue working on your seeds, right? So, but it feels like you might need to take a step back or make sudden changes to how you've been going on with what you're working on, right? It feels like you're needing to almost like release the way you've planned, or to release your need for ticking off your milestones, like, oh, okay, um okay, project 1101, it has reached milestone 10 at the set deadline. Almost like you're going to face like missed deadlines and all of those, but you should just release it. Your seeds are being germinated, but it's just not coming to fruition yet. In the time as that is happening, you're being encouraged to embrace play. See, there's still that emphasis again on inner child. You're being encouraged um, to embrace play, to embrace the energy of children. Children, you know, doing what they do, they don't worry. When they're playing, they're not worried about, oh, I'm going to miss the deadline. They're not worried about, oh, I'm going to miss the payment. They're not worried about, oh, um, my this paper boat I'm making is not going to float, right? So spirit is saying you need to also have that mentality of believing that if you've committed your energy to it, just focus on what you want, not what you don't want. But I see there's still a lot of work to be done. There's still a lot of work to be done. There's still a lot of work to be done. There's still multiple options to consider. So while it feels like, maybe it feels like you think you've worked so much on this and you should be getting the results already. But spirit is saying no, not yet. There's still a lot more work to be done. There's still a lot more work to be done. There are still options to consider. There are options to consider. There are multiple options to consider. I mean, which you may not like. I'm also hearing you need to change direction, which may not be very, very enticing right now. But you might need to change no, you actually need to change direction. But when you change your direction, it's now going to lead you to the success you desire. But you have to be flexible. Okay, so let's say all the cards that came out to say the same thing. Work to be done, there's still work to be done, there's work to be done, there's work to be done, there's work to be done. There are more options for you to consider. It feels like you're going to almost like, so imagine someone who is designing like a t-shirt line, right? And maybe you had previously decided that okay, you're only going to have white t-shirts, long sleeves, um without collars, and it's just going to be for females. You're just going to produce small to large, and then the manufacturer comes back and they tell you, oh, sorry, like maybe you ordered for 50, or maybe you ordered for 100, and then they come back, they tell you, oh, sorry, we can't do that anymore. Shipment has to be cancelled because your minimum order has to increase about 200. And you're like, oh my goodness, I didn't plan for 200. No, that was not the plan. This. But then it's simply giving you an opportunity to consider, okay, what if you still do what if you now do 50 white long sleeved, and then do 50 blue short sleeved, and then do 50 yellow, is my maths correct? That's 150. And then do 50 yellow, and then do some short sleeve, do some elbow length. So literally, so those seeds you planted, they are not germinating, they are not producing fruits yet because they are still in germination phase. So it feels like now their roots are spreading out. For their roots to spread, they need to break through the soil and literally like stretch out, right? So that's what Spirit is saying. So Spirit is saying the seeds you planted in 2022 still require you to continue working on them. Okay. And you have to stay flexible. Don't stay rigid. You have to stay flexible. But once you change your direction, you're against, so opportunities will come for you to continue working. Opportunities will come. Oops. I keep shaking my camera. And then opportunities will come for you to keep working, and then it's get to a point where it feels like, okay, maybe you were trying to meet, maybe your plan was to have this project completed before autumn 2023, right? Although now I'm hearing summer, maybe your plan was to have this, maybe your milestones when you set your project milestones was to have this project completed and the results, and maybe you've done first round beta testing by summer 2023. And then as summer 2023 is getting closer, maybe at the end of spring or at the beginning of summer, you then need to like, okay, time is running out, because I'm seeing that you're going to get into a very intense phase of activity where time is running out and you literally have to roll up your sleeves, burn the candle on both ends, work long hours into the night. And only for you to realize, oh my goodness, okay, so that wasn't even working. Mhm. And I'm also hearing like for some of you, right, currently you're at this point of that's not working. And you just and what's just requiring to do it, you're like almost at the end. But the end is looking different from what you expected, because you're being called to switch lanes, you're being called to change directions. But then the change in direction is what is going to lead you to the success you desire. The change in direction is what's leading you to the commercial success. But overall, you're being required to be flexible. Flexible, flexible, stay flexible, stay flexible. Okay, let's see. What are the lessons to be learned from 2022? Okay, okay. Your ego, okay. Don't let your ego get the best of you. Don't get overpowered, don't get overwhelmed with all the work you need to do. Learn to take time. Learn to take time to enjoy life. Learn to spend some time. Learn to spend some time making merry. Don't get overwhelmed by all you need to do. Learn to spend some time dancing, having fun. But also know that what happens to everyone in the world, like it's a cycle. All of us are the same. Like there's no difference between us, right? One, two, five cards popped out here. That's the fifth one. And the fifth one is accepting yourself, balancing your energy, your yin and yang, um, coming into that place of acceptance, like feeling connected to yourself, grounding your energy, pulling together both your masculine and feminine side, right? You're really learning that no one knows it all. You're really learning that the world is not as it seems. You're really learning that everyone could be wrong. You're really learning that the majority could be wrong. Majority doesn't have to be right. I feel like 2022 unveiled a deeper level of self awareness and self acceptance for you in a way that made you feel more deeply connected with yourself, like on a deeper level. Mm, mm, mm. So let's see, where are the opportunities? What are the opportunities opening up for you? What are the opportunities opening up for you? What are the opportunities? Imagine for my beautiful deck too. Okay, so welcome, freedom, welcome, Okay, so can you see she's leaping out of, can you see the bird leaping out of the cage, almost like breaking free? So as I said, self-acceptance, connecting deeply to your roots helps you to like understand yourself deeper. But then the opportunity now lies in realizing that everything in life has a purpose. So if you had felt like you were caged before, that was simply to teach you about restrictions, about limitations, um, about like necessary obstacles that are not there to hinder you, but that are there to like prove your mettle and kind of like refine your process, help you to further develop your skill, help you to further develop your, get clearer on your values, get clearer on what you're doing, get clearer about yourself. You know, sometimes like if the road was just like if it was just like if the road was just flat and just going on, there would be no, it would be interesting. Like you just be going, no scenery, no stone in the road to bump into to stop you, no animal crossing your path, no other car. It's just you just driving on a flat road, nothing. There's nothing interesting. There's nothing to see, nothing to talk about, nothing to learn from. But then when an animal crosses your path, or you have to take a bend, and then there's another car broken down blocking your path, or there's this big gash that suddenly appeared in the road, then those are the moments that help you to stop. And the beautiful thing is everything, even when we think obstacles, those things are the ones that help us appreciate when there are no obstacles. Like the absence of or the presence of discomfort helps us appreciate comfort. Do you understand? So basically, the opportunities coming for you may not look, they may, to be honest, I'm hearing like they may look like problems or they may look like stress, but the opportunities, to be honest, if you remember that everything in life has a purpose, okay? Everything in life has a purpose. So, like the butterfly, the cocoon may seem restrictive, but the cocoon is needed for you to grow and develop your wings, right? So that you don't spread out your wings so fast and your wings are not fully grown enough to support the gliding movements you need to make. Okay, let's go on. What action do you need to take? What action do you need to take to reach your goals? Okay, so parenthood, taking care, being responsible for someone else, being responsible for, I'm hearing being responsible for your children. So if you have children, this might require you to step up, like to reach your goals, to reach your personal career goals or developmental goals or financial goals, you need to be open to taking up more responsibility of care for children, for creative projects, for nurturing others, for being there for, because you know, with children, as a parent, when you give to your child, even if you wait, like, okay, when they become an adult, they'll pay me back, they'll be paying me monthly, they'll cover my retirement and all of those. But as a child, you really can't. You're almost like you're investing for the future because as a child, they can't pay you back. They are rather reliant on you, and then it's your sole responsibility to take care of them. So, it's just the saying, for you to reach your next level goals, you are going to need to take up more responsibility. And I'm not saying this as responsibility as maybe work responsibility due to promotion or due to expanded scope of work. This responsibility is coming more from, so if you already have a child, you need to take up more responsibility of the care of your child. Maybe if you're an absent parent, then you now need to become more present. You need to be there for them. needs to be more grounded, you need to be more nurturing, you need to be more of the present parent. Now, if you are not yet a parent, congratulations. You're about to become a parent. Well, I know that may not be expected, but seriously, I'm not seeing this as responsibility for work, although I'm also hearing responsibility for creative projects though. But things that require long-term investment. Okay, so basically just be ready to focus on long-term investment, okay? Okay, let's see. What's your focus area for the next few months? I think I should have a sip of tea. So next 3 months from whenever you're watching this video, what do you need to focus on? Thank you. So month one, focus on surrendering, focus on releasing your emotions. Month one, focus on surrendering, focus on going with the flow, especially with your emotions. Don't hold too tightly to your emotions, okay? Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Don't become resentful, indignant. Everything that happens, remember, everything has a purpose, okay? That was your card, okay? Everything has a purpose. So when things, okay, let's be sure we're still recording. Okay. So when things seem to be too much, when you feel like you're drowning in your emotions, harness it by letting it pass through you instead of letting it stay in you, right? So month one is going to require you to be a lot um more deliberate about harnessing your emotions, transforming them and letting them pass through. So even if you don't transform them into something beneficial, you can transmute them by seeing why you need it, like the purpose behind the emotion. But overall, like, you need to learn how to let your emotions flow. Month one is going to bring the opportunities for you to learn how to let your emotions flow. Then in month two, you're going to be called to focus on making a plan, making your plan, having a vision, like having an overall picture, having a big picture, having mere big picture mindset, big picture thinking, being a visionary, and then sharing your plans with someone you trust, someone who is an accountability partner, someone who can hold you accountable. For some of you, this might be you sharing your plans with a partner. Almost like, okay, so maybe for the next 5 years, I'm thinking of doing this, or using my gifts this way, or investing in this and this assets, right? But it's really about sharing your vision for how you want to better use your resources. And don't forget, your resources are both your time, your energy, your money, your skills, your gifts, your connections, okay, your relationships, your community. Those are all resources, to be honest. Now month three is going to bring some stroke of good luck. Your messages, all your cards just keep on pointing back to the fact. So I would like you to perhaps take this as your same sentence for 2023. Everything has a purpose. If I don't see it yet, it's because I can't see it yet. It's because I'm not looking in the direction of it. Once I turn my direction from what's not working, I'm able to see why whatever situation or mishap has happened, why it has happened. Because month three, I'm seeing that. So you're going to come through into a situation where it feels like something has been stolen from you, or a promise wasn't delivered. More like you had higher expectations and then you didn't. It's what resulted wasn't just subpar, it was beyond abysmal. But then that that's going to happen to help you change. Oh, I've packed up your cards. But I remember you needing to change directions. So that change of directions, this is confirmation that it's going to happen. But it's going to happen when, and it's going to happen in month 3 from when you watch these videos. It's that, remember I said once you change your direction, it's going to lead you to the commercial success you realize. And this is a confirmation of that, and spirit is helping you to confirm the timing. Okay, so you can see like, wow, my guy is focused on what seems to have been stolen from him, what is missing from the box, what is missing from the luggage set. There's this brilliant shining light in the background, right? There's this brilliant shining light in the background. There's so spirit is saying when you feel like you've lost something, rejoice because something new is being offered to you. But you have to be the one to change your perspective from what's not working to see the opportunity that is being opened up for you. Because that opportunity then is what will lead you to the commercial success. So it feels like you would have been working on your seeds, but the success you want is actually not going to come from the seed you focused on. It's going to come from something else that is as a result of all the work you've been doing, but it's not going to come in the expected channel, or it's not going to become as expected. But before it can come, I think a lot of us, we are going to learn this year that for us to receive, we have to be willing to release. Okay? We have to be willing to release. And if you are called, if you had some difficulty between choosing deck 2 or deck 1, I would say go back to deck 1. There seems to be some messages for you because I'm seeing some resonant themes. Alright, deck 2, that's your message. Please don't forget to like this video. Thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing. Leave a comment if it resonates. If you'd like a personal reading, if you'd like to go fully, remember this is a collective reading. If you'd like to go in depth into what you need to know for yourself, okay? So where we become as specific as possible and what you need to know for the next 3 months, please visit my website. Okay, let me go to deck 3. Nice. Welcome back to my channel. So if you chose deck 3, Sodalite. Okay, so if you chose deck 3 or you're drawn to number 3 or you're drawn to the deck, here's your reading. There are no wrong readings. If you're drawn to this, it's because there's a message in it for you. So please take what resonates, okay? Take what resonates and leave the rest. Alright, deck 3, let's go into your reading. I feel like you're in this comfort place of things might not be as you wish, but you're happy. Okay, let's get to it. Lessons. I have about 6 different decks. Let's see, what should we start with? Let's start with this. Coding, yes. All right, what are the lessons from your past self? Ooh, you know, I really like when I get like the overall feeling of the message before I even start pulling the cards. Okay, so lessons from your past self. Your past self showed you how to. Can you see? Okay, yeah. Your past self showed you how to weave the crown you deserve. First card out of the deck, weave the crown you deserve. So you've learned how to you've learned how to really see yourself. Okay, so I've done deck one, I've done deck two and deck three. So this feels almost like, and it's beautiful in the way it shows us. So like the way we are all the same. It feels like it's an evolutionary cycle. Deck one is just getting to that point of awakening, going through an initiation. Deck two is at that point of, when you first of all open your eyes and you're awakened, and you're at that place of trying to pull together and learning how to release and surrender. But it feels like that three, you've gone through that, and now you're in this space of weaving together the crown you deserve, recognizing yourself, seeing yourself as you are, as you truly are, and giving yourself your flowers, like taking care of yourself for yourself, pouring adulation out on yourself, praising yourself, not in a buffoon way or egotistical or self self self-inflammatory way, but in a way that nurtures you but doesn't inflict harm on others. Do you understand? Okay, so beautiful. Let's see, are your current what challenge is your current self facing? Okay, okay, so you're currently being called to surround yourself with love. Maybe you need to visit home. Maybe you need to go. If you're far away from your family, can you find a way to go home, spend time with family? It feels like you're craving that close knit feeling of being with family, not just friends, but it could also be friends that like family, but you're missing out that feeling of being in a place of where you are amongst your people. Does that make sense? So I'm also getting feeling like some of you might be in a foreign land and you're just missing home. You're missing sitting with your family, listening, hearing your mother tongue, eating your native food. Basically the sights and sounds of your native environment, like your native land. Okay. Okay, and also you're also struggling with endings. So this is endings are inevitable, but it seems like you're trying to hold on to something that's gone way past its expiry date, simply because you don't want to. Now you don't want to start again, but you are wary of having to start all over again. So because you're wary of having to start all over again, yeah, holding on to what has gone beyond its due date. But the truth is, just the same way we can't control when a situation starts or the beginning of a scene, we also have no control over the ending. And I know as humans, it's quite difficult. Like I literally just got a notification that my battery is low, which is goes to what I'm saying. Like you can control the beginning, you may know, but you can't control the ending. Now, this battery is going to control this ending for us. But it's the same way sometimes when things have gone past their due dates, their use dates. when it's just time for us to release and let go, it might be difficult because you're used to it. Familiarity comes in, the fear of the unknown, of venturing out into the unknown also comes in. Okay, so I'm seeing those as challenges your current self is facing. Okay, that's also my sign to not talk and just give it to you straight up. Of all the three decks, I feel like you're more spiritually mature, if that's a word, or just more in tune with your spiritual development. Okay, let's see. What's the advice from your higher self? Actually being called to use another deck. What's the advice from your higher self? Okay, also spend time, take time to be by yourself. So this ending you're fearing, and I feel like this ending is more like also there seems to be some emotional connection you don't want to let go of. There seems to be some emotional connection you don't want to let go of. But when you do, it will help you to maybe like you're scared of being alone. Is that it? Feels like you're scared of being alone. But that is actually what you need. Like, you need to be alone. You need to spend time in solitude. You need to spend time by yourself. Almost like you need to spend time refreshing yourself, pouring back into your own cup. Okay? So your higher self is advising you to spend time, embrace time alone. Embrace it as golden moments. Okay. What's your overall message for 2023? What's your overall message for 2023? Okay, what was your food? Bloom baby. Okay, because that card fell out. Let's see. Okay, allow yourself to bloom, my love. Allow yourself to bloom. Allow yourself to unfold your unfold your fluff. Unfold your Now I'm going to go into biology. Unfold your stamen and let your seeds be dispersed. Let yourself be pollinated. Right? So it feels like you need to allow yourself to bloom. Allow yourself to regenerate from ashes. Like, this is like the phoenix rising from the ashes. So let this ending happen. Let this ending happen, okay? Let the ending happen. When you go within, take the time to go within, embrace the solitude, and it will help you to retransform. And it will help you to transmute energies and then bloom again as a phoenix, like rising from the ashes of that moment of losing that relationship. Okay. And second card out of the deck is giving me almost like reality. So it's really feeling like when you let this relationship that you're really struggling to hold on to, when you let it go, you take time to go within to embrace yourself, right? You take time to go within, embrace yourself. And then once you do that, you get to bloom, you get to see yourself again. You get to rise like the phoenix from the ashes, almost like you become brighter. And then when you do that, you start to see yourself as this beautiful, beautiful leopard. But if you look at the leopard's eyes, those eyes are resting, those eyes are centered, those eyes are not ordinary eyes. It feels like there's a layer of inner knowing. There's a layer of inner knowing that is just very, almost like, okay, I know myself, I see myself, I see my spots, I know who I am, and I accept all of me. That's just the energy I'm getting. And it's a no, I just correlate how I started. When I started, I said, let me move on. I see, what's the progress of seeds you planted in 2022? Okay, so you're being advised, okay? Be more open to accepting as things are, be more open to, even if it's not what you would usually like, even if it's, so it feels like maybe you're doing your work, then they bring in a project from another department, and you're like, but that's that's not part of my responsibilities, it's not part of my duties, it's none of my business, why are you calling me into it? Okay, like, I would rather just focus on my own work. But Spirit is saying you're getting the opportunity to, I'm hearing, diversify and expand. And while it might be something you feel like it's below you, you feel like it's below you or it's not worth your energy, it's holding a very, like, I'm hearing like it's holding immense opportunity. What I'm literally saying is like a gold mine. A gold mine that looks like a coal mine. Ah, rhymes. What I'm saying right now is a gold mine. But from where you're standing, it doesn't seem like it because it's covered in dust, in soot. It's just black. But at the end of the tunnel, and the tunnel is very short, almost like once you enter the tunnel, the gold appears. So it's something that doesn't look like it can result in too much, but it has a lot to offer you. So imagine maybe if your department has been housed in the nicest offices, and then management comes and says, oh, we need to change office, we're moving to a new location, and then they put your department maybe on in the basement. And then the basement is the place that gets the most warmth. It's very convenient, it's very close to the garage. When clients come in, they love coming in because the ambience is very good, and then it helps you to attract new clients, new colleagues, almost like that. That's just an example. I don't know whoever that example was for. I feel like that example was specifically for someone. Anyways, just know, like, if it doesn't seem like what you were expecting, go with it. Be open. Be open to even embracing the change, because don't sneer your nose up. Don't be all, oh no, that's below me, or nah, I can do that. Because I'm just saying gold mine. There's a gold mine waiting for you, but it doesn't appear like a gold mine from onset. It looks like a coal mine, like a charcoal mine, but it's actually a gold mine. So don't miss out, okay? Let's see, what are the lessons to be learned from 2022? What lessons, my beautiful? X3 learning from 2020. You're learning to see yourself as you are, baby. Ooh, 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 ooh. I said it like it feels like you are the more spiritually evolved. Like if you chose deck 3, you've gone through an awakening. You've gone through surrender. Now you're like just at this place of okay, integrating what you've learned, integrating your higher and lower selves, integrating and just trying to live more like your higher consciousness. Okay. So I'm seeing here that you at the moment of going within, of really, really embracing yourself, of really embracing like your intuition, of really embracing your third eye, which is your intuition, right? And really, really connecting it to your solar chakra. So it feels like your third eye and your solar chakra came into balance in the sense that you got clarity, you got downloads, you got insights, right? And it activated your intuition, like your intuition, your intuition was developed. And then this correlated to how you saw yourself. It correlated to your personal power, your personal confidence, your personal identity, your personal, basically like your intuition then guided a change in personality. Your intuition guided a change in personality. Then this led to a moment of realization and awakening, and realizing like, oh, okay, I can actually almost like, so imagine like closing your eyes to sleep and then waking up and realizing, oh, you've been seeing reality through sunglasses which are dark. And now the sunglasses have been taken away and everything seems brighter. Like it feels like you're more connected. You're connected to your intuition, you're connected to nature. Your third eye is open, your chakra is open, your throat, you're speaking your throat, you're being very authentic, okay? And this is now led to oneness. This has led to like, so imagine like a butterfly. So butterfly starts off as a caterpillar, not knowing how it will result. Then it goes into this cocoon and then it bursts out like a butterfly. So it feels like you went through those stages. Remember I said earlier, like it feels like the energy I just got was like, okay, you chose deck 3. If you chose deck 3, it's because you've gone through the energies of deck 1, deck 2, and you're just currently in this place of integrating everything you've learned, right? Almost like you've gone through the awakening phase, you've gone through the surrender phase. Now you're integrating what you know to be true to you, what you know to be true about life. Okay. But yeah, also like, so it's just helping you almost like you're now at this tentative stage of okay, you've learned, okay, now you want to spread out your wings and fly, and almost like test out your new learnings in new environments of experience. You're open to having new experiences. Okay, let's see what anybody it's pretty late, but um so like you have to record that message before you go to sleep. But I don't care about anything you say. There's a message I need you to channel. You gotta stay awake for it. Okay, let's see. What are the opportunities in margin for you, baby, in 2023? Okay, so again comes releasing, releasing. Okay, forgive, which goes back to your first deck. So forgive whoever you feel has hurt you. Forgive and release, and also release your guilt. Okay. So go, your messages are just correlating each other. So don't, guilt is one of those funny fang emotions, fear, anger, Was N? I can't recall what N is. Fear, fear, envy, right? Fear, envy, anger, guilt. They are like these very, very dense emotions that keep you at a very, very low frequency, low vibration, right? You need to learn to transmute them. So it feels like you are having some guilt over releasing this relationship, or you're having some guilt over wanting a different life for yourself, or choosing differently from your friends, or choosing differently from your partner, which has led to this separation because you are now out of alignment. Except to be agreed, they can't work together. So while it seems like you made the choice to become better, to know yourself better, to vibrate higher, they didn't do that, which has led to the dissolution of your relationship and which has led to the separation. But you seem to be holding some guilt. So the growth opportunity for you for 2023 lies in being able to transmute those lower vibrational frequencies and emotions, and being able to transmute it into joy, happiness, peace, love, knowing that even though that you can't love someone else if you aren't in love and loving yourself. Like, it's not about falling in love with anyone, it's actually about seeing yourself and seeing the love that is actually you, right? And the first way to demonstrate love to you is by being authentic to yourself, because that way then you can show up in your life as your most authentic self, and that way you can attract the most authentic people, persons, situations, and relations to you, even if they feel different. They keep drawing me back to this card. There's so much effort on this card. My dear deck 3, I'll just say, don't judge a book by its cover, okay? Because you end up missing out a gold mine of opportunity. Okay, let's see. What action can you take to reach your goals? Action from a beautiful deck to take to reach their goals. Okay, so learn to be flexible. Learn to surrender. Learn to, when it seems like everything is failing, that's when you then take a leap of faith. Learn to have faith. And not faith is not just what we say, oh, I'm faithful, or I have faith. It's how you demonstrate faith when all seems to be lost, when it feels like you don't have plan B, your plan A has been scuttled, and you don't know what to do. That's actually when you jump. It's easy to say, oh, I am faithful, I can take a leap of faith when everything is easy peasy, flowing smoothly. But when things seem topsy-turvy, that's when you now really need to demonstrate faith, okay? So 2023 is going to require you to take a leap of faith, many leaps of faith, as many as frequently as needed for you to reach your goals. When it seems like your goals are out of reach, jump. Believe that you'll be caught. Jump. Know that you're not doing this alone. Jump. When it feels like where you are, it has become too tight, too restrictive. When it feels like you are no more welcomed where you are, leave, because there's something better. Okay, so let's see. What's the focus area for the next 3 months? Month 1, wake up. As we say in Yoruba, G Masun, wake up, don't sleep. Okay, so month 1, the world awaits you. I need you to show up. So whenever you watch this video, whenever you watch this reading, month 1 for you is going to require you to show up in your world. Like, you know what? I've been sleeping. Now I'm awake. Spring up. Okay. So month one is going to require you to show up in your life, show up in your world for the world awaits you. Don't hide yourself back. Every opportunity, take every opportunity to almost like live larger than life. I'm hearing like, people say fake it till you make it, but there's also a different way you say it. Almost like before it happens in your reality, so you know what your dreams are, you know what you're trying to do, you know what your visions are. So now month one is requiring you to start taking action, start behaving as if, right? Start behaving as if instead of maybe going to work for your boss, you're going to work as the boss. Instead of leading a team of two, you're leading a team of 200 or 2,000 spread across the world. Instead of sending out five, instead of having five clients, you're having 5,000 clients. Instead of speaking to three persons, you're speaking to 3 million persons. Instead of making cookies or making cakes, instead of just getting one cake order a month, you are getting 100 orders every month from different persons, right? So month one is requiring you to live as if you know your dreams. Now the world is waiting for you to start being in the energy, start embodying the energy of your dreams, knowing that it's already happening for you, right? And you just now need to follow through with your actions. That shows source, that shows spirits, that shows your higher self that you're actually committed to this life you are building and envisioning for yourself. Okay, let's see. What's your focus area for month two? Month two, so you're going to have the opportunity to face your fears and not just facing them, you're going to slay those, I was about to say niggas. Okay, so all those things you're scared of, maybe you're scared of public speaking, you're scared of being on the front row, you're scared of being called out to demonstrate, you're scared of taking part in competitions, you're scared of loving, you're scared of opening up your heart, you're scared of being in new situations. Month two is going to require you to come courageously. I remember there's a word I received personally, and I feel called to share with you. You need to courageously step into prosperity. Sometimes some of the blocks we face, they are not real, but they are deeply programmed belief systems that restrict your mindsets to a certain way of doing, a certain way of believing, a certain way of thinking. Now, month two is going to require you to courageously face those false programming and really, really uproot them from like the tiniest root, the deepest root, to really, really pull them out by their roots. Okay, so month two is going to require a lot of courage. So, month one, yeah, going into the world, you're stepping out as if what you want is already there. Month two is now going to say, okay, you've stepped out. Now, when the fear comes, when the opportunity comes to show up, are you really going to deliver? Are you going to be able to deliver? When 10,000 people log into, when 10,000 people log into your live, are you going to be able to speak your truth? When those 100 others come, are you going to allow fear to take over? Are you going to self-sabotage? Or are you going to be courageous enough to really, really face your fears? Because your fears are not from other people, they are imaginary. But your fears are the only thing blocking you from success. So month two is going to require courage. It's going to require you to show up courageously. Now let's see what's your focus area for month three. And month three, you have the opportunity to take a chance. Okay, so if for you month two was about taking courage in opening up your heart to new relationships, month three, because month two you've faced your fears about getting into another relationship, right? Month three is now going to deliver the goodies in terms of, okay, we have to round up. Month three is going to bring you're going to have a chance encounter, and you're going to meet someone who seems too good to be true, right? And Spirit is saying you're going to need to take a chance on them because it almost feels like it will be divinely orchestrated. So now you're struggling to let go, you don't want to accept the ending, but then something better is planned for you, right? Something better is planned for you. All right, baby, this was such a sweet reading. I wish you the very, very best, most prosperous, radiant, bountiful, blessed, beautiful. I'm looking for I'm looking for adjectives. Beautiful, grounded, centered, merry, exciting, fun-filled, festive, delicious, um, wonderful 2023. Alright, baby, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for leaving a comment if this video resonated with you. I can't wait to read your comments, okay? Can't wait to connect with you. And thank you for sharing this space with me. Love you. Take care of yourself.